Welcome. If you love dark worlds where humanity struggles to survive, you're in the right place. In today's list, we'll present the top 10 post-apocalyptic movies and series available on Netflix in 2024. Get ready for thrilling stories, survival battles, and worlds beyond the end. Let's dive in. The Rain. 6 years after a mysterious epidemic brought death and destruction in a rainstorm, the world as we know it has ceased to exist. Scandinavia has turned into a desolate wasteland where nature slowly consumes abandoned cities and humanity hides from dangers that could fall from the sky at any moment. At the center of this chaos are siblings Simone and Rasmus, who emerge from their bunker to face brutal reality. As they wander through the remains of civilization, they discover that the virus that killed millions is more complex than they thought. To make matters worse, Rasmus may hold the key to its mystery. But every secret comes at a price, and deadly enemies are not the only threat. In this new world, the biggest monsters hide in people's hearts, and the rain can still wash away the last remnants of hope. The Midnight Sky. In a desolate, ice-covered world where life has become only a memory, the lonely scientist Augustine is engaged in a quiet struggle against time and his own failing body. He knows he must warn the crew of a returning spaceship about an unimaginable catastrophe that has wiped humanity off the face of the Earth. Surrounded by an icy void, his only companion is a mysterious, silent girl, as if she knows a truth that no one dares to speak. Meanwhile, in the chilly darkness of space, the ship's crew unknowingly heads toward a planet that is no longer their home. As tensions rise and communications between Earth and the ship become more desperate, the question arises: can anything be saved in a world that has lost hope? In the silence of the universe, a battle is waged for a future that may no longer exist. Sweet Tooth. In a world torn apart by a mysterious pandemic that has decimated humanity, hybrid children, half human, half animal, are born. For many, it's a miracle of nature, but for others, it's a terrifying sign of the end of the world. Gus, a boy with deer antlers, lives in isolation deep in the forest, far from human brutality. But his peaceful life ends when he must embark on a dangerous journey to discover his origins and the truth about the epidemic. Along the way, he meets an enigmatic vagabond. Can this stranger truly be trusted in a world full of fear and betrayal? The hunt for hybrids is on, and Gus becomes the target of both scientists and merciless hunters. Every step is a game of survival in a world where the line between humanity and monstrosity has almost disappeared. Extinction. In the midst of his daily routine, in a futuristic world full of technology, Peter begins to have tormenting visions. Images of apocalyptic destruction, a terrifying invasion that claims the lives of everyone he loves. His dreams grow increasingly real, but no one believes him. Even his wife begins to doubt his mental health. However, soon these visions become a horrifying reality. Earth is attacked by a brutal extraterrestrial force, sowing chaos and destruction. Peter, along with his family, is drawn into the vortex of survival. Just when it seems there is no hope left, Peter discovers something that changes everything, a secret hidden in his own past. The truth he uncovers not only turns his life upside down, but also questions the very essence of humanity. In this world, nothing is as it seems. The 100. Humanity has not survived on Earth. A catastrophic nuclear war forced the survivors to flee to orbit, where they have lived on a crumbling space station for generations. Resources are running out, and strict laws punish every crime with death. Desperation leads to a drastic decision. 100 juvenile delinquents are sent to Earth as guinea pigs. What was meant to be hope quickly turns into a nightmare. The radioactive landscape hides deadly secrets. Nature has regained its power, but it is not the only enemy. Someone out there has survived. Teenage exiles must fight for every breath, discovering that the Earth has neither forgotten nor forgiven. In a brutal world where the past still dictates the rules, the only chance for survival is unity, even if it costs everything. Tribes of Europa. In a world devastated by a mysterious global catastrophe, Europe has disintegrated into warring tribes, each with its own violent vision of the future. In this post-apocalyptic reality, humanity has regressed to barbarism, and survival depends on loyalty to one's own faction. At the center of the chaos is a mysterious black cube, technology left behind by a fallen civilization whose power could change the fate of the continent. The siblings who accidentally come into possession of this object are drawn into a dangerous power game. The struggle for survival in this dark world full of betrayal, blood, and secrets becomes at the same time a fight for the future of Europe. Black Knight. In a dystopian world where air is poison, humanity has been pushed to the brink of survival. In post-apocalyptic Korea, an elite group of couriers, known as the Black Knights, has become the only salvation for those who can't breathe without special masks. But this is not just a story about delivery men. It's a tale of inequality, where the rich live in luxury while the rest die for lack of oxygen. One of the knights, known as 5-8, springs into action, carrying not only air cylinders, but also anger against a corrupt system. In a world full of violence, rebellion, and desperation, every step becomes a struggle for breath, and every decision is a thin line between life and death. There are no heroes here, only survivors. In this dark world, the real monster is not poison, but human ambition. The silence. The world descended into chaos when mysterious prehistoric creatures, released from the depths of a cave, began to sow terror. Blind but gifted with extremely sensitive hearing, they hunt for every sound. Humanity faces a terrifying challenge: keep silent or die. In this nightmare, the Andrews family tries to find refuge. Ally, a teenager who has lost her hearing, becomes their guide in a silent world where the quietest rustling can be a death sentence. But monsters aren't the only threat. Groups of fanatics emerge, seeing in the New World Order a chance for domination. Darkness and silence become the arena for the fight for survival, and every step in this tense thriller could be the last. Bird Box. The world was plunged into chaos in an instant. A mysterious force, invisible but terrifyingly effective, drives people to suicidal deaths if they look at it. The streets fill with dead bodies, and survivors are forced to live in darkness, covering their windows and avoiding the outside world. Mallory, a single woman, becomes the caretaker of 2 children. In a desperate attempt to survive, she embarks on a dangerous journey down the river. They move blindfolded, listening to every sound and fighting growing panic. Every step is a balancing act between life and death, every move a challenge against an unseen enemy. In this world, there is no room for error. One false move means the end. I am Mother. In an underground bunker in a world destroyed by catastrophe, a new civilization is developing. A teenage girl known only as Daughter has been raised by Mother, a humanoid robot programmed to rebuild humanity. Mother is affectionate and caring, but hides secrets that begin to surface when an unexpected visitor arrives in the bunker, an injured woman from outside. Her presence undermines everything the girl has believed in. The world outside the bunker is not as dead as she thought. Is Mother really acting in the interest of humanity, or does she have her own dark purpose? Lies, manipulation, and fear permeate this claustrophobic place. Daughter faces a terrifying choice that could determine the fate of the entire future. What truth does Mother hide, and what is the world outside? That's the end of our list. Which of these titles is your favorite? Or do you have any suggestions of your own? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with future rankings. See you next time.